Hi, this is Dave at Trivaeo. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to sign up for one of our applications. You could have found your way to a sign up now button from any of our global partners who themselves may have presented an application to you that comes out of one of any of the 65 or so applications available in our applications suite. These cover everything, of course, from CRM right the way through to project management and room bookings and human resources management and so on. So any one of these applications could have brought you to us. Having found an application and being interested in signing up for it will typically result in you seeing a prompt, something like this, to do a sign up. So let's go ahead and follow the process through and you'll see just how easy it is to get yourself started. So clicking on the sign up button, I'm going to get a confirmation of the application or the application pack that I am interested in, including some details on it down the left hand side, and the ability to register for that application. The first ever registration for a company is the super administrator of that company. So I'll assume for the purposes of this video that you're doing so on behalf of yourself and a number of colleagues. So you as the administrator will be signing up and creating an instance of the technology for use by yourself and your colleagues. And it's critical here that you use the actual company name that you're going to be using for your business. The reason for that is we use templates to actually configure and deploy the platform for you on sign up, and the naming convention of the company is the glue that actually bonds it all together. So many of the things can be changed in the administrative interface after the fact, but the main company name can't be, at least it can't be easily. So let's get that right. So I'm going to register as Acme Enterprises 4 Limited, and this will be shortened into a URL that your users will use to log in to your instance across any of our global data centers. So they'll be logging in to the most local and relevant instance for your company wherever they are, on their desktop PCs, their tablets, or even their mobile phones for some of the applications. So I'm going to provide my contact details here. This is critical. Obviously, so your own employees know who the administrator is and the contact details. Now for us, in setting up the applications for you, we need to know who you are by an email address. So I'll add my own here. Obviously you use yours. Make sure this is an accurate and valid email address that you have access to, because hitting this continue button down here actually triggers the build of the application and its deployment for your company across our infrastructure for you. But most importantly, it sends you the details you need in order to set your initial password. So if this isn't accurate, you'll never receive that initial email and you'll have a problem. So I'm going to enter the contact details, phone number, my country, United Kingdom, my state, region or locality, depending on where you are in the world. I'll put bucks. Reseller code, you might not need that. If you've been provided with one, then obviously use it, please, because it helps identify the partner that provided you the applications that you're signing up with. And last of all, a captcha or a reCAPTCHA. We use both. These confirm that you are a physical human and not a robot spamming our systems. So I'm just going to retype the letters in here. So YNSB2. If you find it difficult to see or read, or it's unclear, just hit this little refresh icon here and it will rebuild the reCAPTCHA for you. When you're absolutely sure that it's named correctly, your contact details are accurate, you can go ahead and press the continue button. When you press this continue button, our system receives your registration request and begins deploying the applications on the cloud software as a service instance for you instantly. It can take a few minutes for the welcome email to arrive, It's generally quite quick. Let's go check my webmail now and let's see if it's arrived already. So here I'm logging into my email. Check my inbox and here we go, CloudWorksIT. Dear Dave, thank you for subscribing for the solution. The wording that you receive in this welcome email may be different to what you see on the screen. That's configured by each application partner. Key is my username, is my email address, and I can click to log in now. As you can see, this email arrived literally a few seconds after I'd sent the registration request, but it can take up to 5 minutes. It may be important for you to check your spam folders because despite our best efforts, some email scoring systems will mark these registration and sign up mails as spam or unsolicited mail, and you'll find them in here. Your mail service provider may be able to assist you if you can't find it. Okay, it's asking me to click to log in now, and there's some hints here for the password and its tips. We do require relatively complex passwords. Security is key, especially in a global software platform. So your passwords will be reset every 90 days, and they need to be quite long, between 8 and 20 characters, and should contain a minimum of 2 numbers. You can use punctuation like commas and periods and exclamation marks if you want to as well. But a very simple password like 1234 won't work, it's not long enough. So let's go ahead and confirm that we wish to log in now. So first screen you're going to see is an activation. So you're registered on the platform has created your company instance, but you need to register. So I'll enter a password here, and I'm going to confirm it by entering it again here. And now this is quite a useful feature, is a security question. If you ever forget your password, and rest assured your users will forget their passwords, you can pick a question and an answer that only you will know the answer to. So the town of my first job was Oxford, and I'll click OK. Make sure you remember what that confirmation was. So welcome to your dashboard. This thing in the background is what we call the splash screen. I don't want to remember the password. First thing is the T's and C's, the terms and conditions, the small print. By all means, open this. I recommend you do it in a new tab, as you've just seen me do, and give our terms and conditions a good review. They are standard, fair and balanced for any global software as a service-based platform, but you should read it and understand it. On the assumption that you've read and understood it, you can proceed and confirm that you've read and agreed to those terms and conditions, as your ongoing use of the platform will assume that you have read and agreed these terms. And there you go, welcome to the splash screen. The splash screen will be different according to the template that your application partner has used to create your application experience. It may have a bit different backdrop, it may have a different collection of applications available. In general terms, if it's grayed out, you don't have access to that application's functionality or capability. Those that are in colors are areas of the solution that you as a user have access to. Your user roles and permissions will also change what is visible here. So to get started, it's really a simple process of following this Get Started hint box. This Get Started process is configured by the application partner for each application and the elements of each application. And if you follow the process through step by step, not only will you as the main administrator be able to avoid a lot of routine, frequently asked questions from your own employees and other users on your instance, but it will help you get your instance up and running nice and quickly. So let's have a look at the steps it's recommending. Like I said, each of these series of steps is application specific. You can see here that it's suggesting I add more users, add company details. Yes, that might be interesting because I don't want to be known as company 2274 forever. I'm Acme Enterprises and I want Acme ent or something like that up here as my domain for my instance. So all the details of how to do that are exposed in this getting started guides, and it's a simple matter of clicking on the button and then adding the user in this case. I won't go into the details of self-service users at this time, but you can see the getting started guide is still reminding me I'm at step 1 of 6, and I can show my steps again here. Each time you complete one, it gets marked completed and you work your way through it. So let's go and add the company details, and I don't want to be called company 2275, do I? So let's edit the details of my company. I've got my phone numbers already in. My address was in from the registration. I want to be called Acme Ent. So this subdomain will be the name that appears here in the URL up on the top left. Company registration number, your tax ID, and so on. The more information you put in here, including your image or your company logo, it automates the entire process of setting up your invoices, setting up your orders, and many parts of the solution. So take your time to work your way through all of the areas where you can add this content. Follow the getting started tips step by step, and you'll be up and running in no time. So yes, it's updated. Yeah, okay, it's telling me that name's already taken, so I'll have Acme Ent 4. Okay, yes, great. So next time I log in, this will show Acme-Ent 4. And if I go, for example, to the CRM application now, I won't go into the details of the CRM application in this video, but you can see I've got a new get started set of hints and tips. If I look at them, add contacts, adding companies, how to use leads, adding opportunities, and so on. So simply follow the breadcrumbs of the getting started tips, and get back up to your dashboard at any time, or your main cover sheet, by clicking here. So the rest of the applications will be introduced in subsequent series of videos. So hopefully you found this useful. Thank you very much.